Hi, welcome back to my channel, and in the video today I am going to be answering some common questions that people have asked me throughout my life concerning my inability to use my right hand, and I'll also be addressing a couple of direct questions and I'll be starting with those. The first question has nothing to do with being able to only use one hand, but I included it anyway just because somebody asked me about it, and I told them I'd put it in a video. They asked how was starting college early, and for those of you that don't know, I started college at 16, and I just graduated a couple months ago at the age of 18, and most of the time, just because I was used to the routine, it really didn't feel that odd. But there were times where I thought, wow, I got to start college 2 years early, so it just felt like this amazing experience. So that's what I'll say about that. And the next question is, what is the most difficult thing I've tried to do with one hand? For that, this took a lot of thought. I'll say tying my shoes with one hand, just because that was something that took years for me to figure out, because I went to physical therapy and everything, and my mom and dad tried to teach me how to tie my shoes with one hand, but I really couldn't find anybody that was able to really teach me a satisfactory technique. I kind of had to figure it out by myself, which a lot of things that I do in these videos, it's a similar case. I mean, my parents do help me with certain things, trying to figure stuff out, but of course, my parents have used both hands their entire life, so they can only help so much. But tying my shoes, that was something, it took a very, very, very long time. And for that reason, I will say it is probably the most difficult thing I've ever tried to do with one hand. The next question is probably the question I've been asked the most throughout my life, which is, why can I only use one hand? And I have actually made a video on that, so if you want the long answer, you can go check out that video, which is titled Why I Can Only Use One Hand. And if you want a short answer, that answer would be, I have nerve damage from a birth injury, and that's what I'll leave it at for this video. The next question is, can I move my hand at all? And that's probably the next most common question I've been asked throughout my life. The answer to that is no. I can move my arm to a certain degree, like I can lift it up about that high. I can move my elbow like that, but I cannot move my fingers or my wrist at all. The next question is, do I have any feeling in my hand? Yes, I do, but not as much as this hand. If somebody shakes my hand, I can feel the pressure of that. If my hand gets burned on something, like I burned my hand on a coffee pot one time, I felt that. When I was younger, I didn't really have much feeling in my hand, but over time I've gotten more sensation in it. So as of now, yes, I do, but not as much as this hand. Do handshakes hurt my hand? No, they do not. There was one instance where I had just had surgery and my hand was in a cast, and someone shook my hand, and that hurt. I don't think they noticed right away, though. But typically, handshakes don't hurt my hand. And the last question is, how many surgeries have I had? I have had 12 surgeries as of now. And that is quite a lot for someone who's only 18 years old. The first 10 were directly to do with my arm. And the 11th surgery had to do with the injury, but not my arm, because my nerve damage affects this eye, and it caused my eyelid to droop, which affected my vision, so they had to lift my eyelid. And the last surgery had absolutely nothing to do with that injury, which was getting my wisdom teeth taken out. And while it was still a surgery that I didn't like to have, hey, at least it was a change-up of things. So anyway, those are the questions that I answered in this video. Obviously, I don't know why I said that, but Anyway, so that concludes this video, and if you have any further questions, you can leave them in the comments section below, and I might make a part 2 to this in the future. And in the meantime, I will get back to my how-to videos. I have some ideas that I'm going to make videos about, and if you have any suggestions, leave them down below. Thanks for watching.